It's perfect timing.
All right.
We are recording.
Steve, you have a packet? No, it's okay.
No, I think he was asking.
Okay. All right, great. Good evening, everybody. This is the Suamico Village Board meeting for Monday, September 15th, 2025. The time is 6 p.m. At this time, I would like to call the meeting to order. I would remind anyone who is here, if they would like to come forward to speak to an item not on the agenda, please provide your name and address and make some noise. Anyway, is there a motion to approve the evening's agenda?
I'd like to make a motion to approve this evening's agenda.
Thank you. Trustee Romas has made a motion to approve the evening's agenda. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you very much. We have a second down on the end from,
Trustee Stevens.
there we go, Trustee Stevens. I know it's, I was going to say Trustee Mark, but we all go by first name. Because you have two first names, you're Mark and Steve. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so that's the approval of the agenda. All those in favor of approving the evening's agenda, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And those opposed? That motion carries. We are 6 this evening, 6-0. Let's stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. First item on our agenda this evening is public appearances. This is the time for anyone in the audience to come forward and speak to an item not on the agenda. No action can be taken on that item this evening. However, that item could be referred to staff and appear on a future agenda. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak to an item not on the agenda? Nope. Okay, moving on. Item number 6 is the consent agenda. The consent agenda this evening consists of item A, previous minutes of the village board dated August 18th, 2025. Item B, August 2025 recreation report. Item C, August 2025 treasurer's report. August D, July 2025 animal control report. Item E, August 2025 municipal court report. And item F, temporary Class B beer for Bay Area Nordic Ski Club Incorporated for Ale on the Trail at Barkhausen 2024 Lakeview Drive on October 3rd, 2025 from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And also item G, temporary liquor license amendment request from Schuetz Bar and Grill to include extending the west and north parking areas to both existing fences at 3375 Side Street on 9/28/2025 from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Is there any discussion or comments on the consent agenda? I'll throw in my two $6,500 donations on the rec report. Congratulations, you're becoming the #1 fundraiser for the village of Suamico. And by my count, the classes, 250 people served, 250 plus in the various classes. So,
Yeah, we had a good month for the stained glass, so that helped that number.
yeah, and you had a good showing for the movie in the park as well. So, great, good stuff. Other comments or questions on the rec report for the
Motion to
director?
approve.
Thank you. We have a motion from Trustee Eckert to approve. Is there a second?
Yeah, I'll second that. No, give it to Trustee McKee.
A second from Trustee McKeefrey. All those in favor of approving the consent agenda as stated, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, that motion carries 6-0. All right. Racing right along here, we are off to administrative items, which is the development agreement for Zenway. Administrator Kaker.
Thank you. So this is the development agreement for Zenway, which is located within the Chambers Hill development, just to the east of Farmington Way. And this provides financial assurance for the public infrastructure, which will be the water, sewer, and stormwater. The one quirky one here is that the road will remain private, but the other infrastructure will be dedicated to the public. Any questions on that one?
Does a private road mean they'll take care of like snowplow
Yes.
and all that? So it's basically
Correct.
like a driveway?
Correct.
Okay.
And similar to the situation that we have, and I'm blanking on the name now, give me one example. We got multiple.
Joe Blows.
For
Vickery Meadows.
Vickery Meadows would be one. Wisteria, that's what I was thinking.
Wisteria was one, but we've,
Did we
Oh, that's right.
We
change that? But
adopted
previously,
We
yes.
I don't think
adopted
it's been recorded
Similar
yet,
situation
but-
to that.
that. Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
All right. Are there any questions on this item for Administrator Kaker or Zoning Administrator Dunks?
Just one quick one. So that's great that they're doing this as a private. Does that mean that they have latitude that, on how they build their streets and things of that nature? So in other words, can they build the streets in that subdivision to not meet village standards?
Correct.
Okay, that's what I assumed. And that's a potential downside. If we end up adopting it someday, then we're gonna have to address that issue. What about stormwater? Same, stormwater statement.
So storm,
they have to do
this,
that.
the area here is, for stormwater is already included in the original construction of Chambers Hill. So really, there's no stormwater improvements other than some storm sewer that's being placed under the road and connecting to existing.
How about water and sewer?
So utilities will be public, there will be an easement
Oh,
over them.
okay.
Similar to how the Wisteria Circle, came to be at the beginning. But yeah, so village staff, we have been part of the design on the utilities, water and sewer. We'll provide the staking, the observation, and all that for knowing that they'll become ours. But as far as the surface goes, the roadway, that's private, and he can build it however he wants. But yeah, keep in mind that if they ever come to ask us in 10 years, 20 years,
That's when that.
that would be, something you don't want to forget about.
Which you don't have to approve.
Right.
Totally understand. Just,
Yep.
just making sure. So the stormwater is still like a village thing?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm done asking all my great questions.
Okay.
No, it's a good question. And water and sewer is also a public thing.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Point of order, it was a great question.
Okay. Duly noted. Trustee Romas has noted that his question was a great question.
And I would also like to make a motion to approve the Zenway Development Agreement.
Thank you. So there is a motion on the floor from Trustee Romas to approve the developer's agreement for Zen Way. Is there a second?
Second.
We got a second from Trustee Neto. Having a motion on the floor to approve the development agreement, and that motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor of approving this development agreement, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Thank you. Okay, item number 8, planning and zoning. This is a public hearing and a request by the Village of Suamico for approval of a rezone of parcel SU 731-1 and SU 728-1A from rural residential to public lands and institutions. The property is located on the southwest corner of Cedar Lane and Northwood Road. Administrator Dunks, if you would.
Thank you. We're looking at just over a 5.6 acre parcel here. It is going to be the site of our future well and tower and/or storage system for the water infrastructure. That is intended to be placed on the southernmost portion of this site. And it is actually under construction at this time, for the well anyway. We did purchase that property about 5 years ago, give or take. The rezone of it was just missed, and we felt it was appropriate to get it done before that well and adjacent or supporting structures were needed to be installed so that we were in compliance with our codes. Planning Commission did recommend approval on a 6-0 vote. Thank you.
Okay, this is a public hearing, so we could open this for any comments from the public, but there is no public here, so we don't need to do that. Are there questions or discussion for zoning administrator Dunks? Administrator Dunks. Didn't mean to narrowly define you.
And President Van Rossum, you will open
Yeah.
the public hearing.
Just
and
for
then you will close
formality,
it.
yeah.
Isn't
As a
it
formality.
open just as a, I mean,
You
we
have to
don't,
declare as the chair that the public hearing is open and then close it.
as the chair, I formally declare that the public hearing is open. As the chair, I formally declare that the public hearing is closed. Thank you. I get a star on the top of my paper,
The world
or at least a
Good job.
smiley
Get a
face.
little sticker.
This is turning into a banner day. See, Michelle, when you asked when I came in, could it get any better? It just did. Just did.
Can
All right,
A gold star?
I?
better be. All right, so that's what we have. Any other questions for Administrator Dunks on this item? If there are none, we could certainly look for a motion.
Could you get utilities on the north side of that? Because I drove by there today, and it really dips down low.
It would be, you can get water that up to the north,
Yeah,
no problem.
just
but
curious.
Sewer would be a little challenging.
Yeah.
So there is no motion on,
It's the on B. So no motion necessary. So we move on to item B, which is action on the public hearing. Ordinance 2025-6, rezoning SU 731-1 and SU 728-1 A from rural residential to public lands and institutions. Any further questions or discussions on this? Okay, I would offer a motion to approve the rezone as stated. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from trustee Eckert. Thank you very much. Without any further questions or discussion, could we please have a roll call?
Trustee Eckert.
Aye.
Trustee McKeefery. Aye. Trustee Neto.
Aye.
Trustee Romas.
Aye.
Trustee Stevens.
Aye.
President Van Rossum.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously, 6-0.
Terrific. All right, item number A, Public Works items, Resolution 25018, authorizing a cooperative agreement with Tri-County Recycling Director Smith.
All right, annually, the village submits through the Wisconsin DNR an application for the Recycling Consolidation Grant. Wisconsin DNR has informed us again that there is requirements for establishing the eligibility for the Wisconsin Recycling Consolidation Grant. It will require a similar type of agreement that we did last year. Since Brown County is not a responsible unit, the agreement must be between the RUs in the county, which the county can facilitate. In order to qualify for the 2026 grant by the 1st of October, in the year preceding the year for which the grant is made, the responsible unit must enter into a cooperative agreement with another responsible unit for the joint provision of at least one of the elements of an effective recycling program. So what we're looking for tonight is to have the agreement with Brown County signed so that the county and the village is eligible again for the 2026 recycling grant. And there's conditions, of the eligibility and the approval of the DNR, which we meet all the whereases on the resolution. That kind of requires what we provide and what we offer to our residents through our recycling program.
It's no different than last year.
It's exactly the same, except with a different resolution number.
It was just, how much, because this isn't actually for recycling, it's just for education. How much money does that take?
For the educational part of it,
Yeah?
not a lot. We have some brochures, we have some stuff on our website. We have, most of our stuff is just a reference to the county's recycling page, so it's not. It's
Okay.
minimal. So for the recycling grant that we get, I think we get like 24,000 a year on average or so. So for what we get back, I feel like it's a beneficial thing to be part of.
Is there any weird strings attached?
None, absolutely
Okay.
none. We've been doing this as long as I've been here, and I'm sure many years before.
And no change?
Nope,
Okay,
Resolution number changed.
yep.
there you go.
I had a question. Do we also qualify to do the basic grant as well as the consolidated?
We are, the only one we do is the recycling grant. I think this one here is for the county's ability to apply for stuff. So I'm not sure on like the difference between the basic and the one that's here. Ours is just one, like we do one recycling grant through the DNR, but we wouldn't be able to qualify for that unless we have this agreement with the county because they take our recyclable materials.
Right, okay. I was just curious. When I was looking into this today, I saw that there were 2 grants available, and that also had a question about online reporting. So are we responsible for doing online, or doing their annual reporting to?
Correct, yep. So I do a application in the fall, and then I do the application in the fall, and then I do the actual report in the spring of the following year.
Okay,
So the county provides me with all of our tonnages and a breakdown of our recyclables for the year before, based on our haulers hauling the material, down to the MRF. And then I use that information to upload into our grant for the
that
DNR.
was my next question. So we're receiving data from the
Yep.
county, and then we're reporting upon for the
Correct.
village, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Just curious, do we use the online portal?
I do not know, but you can go, so the online portal is just like all this information. I went into it the other day just to make sure it was all legit, and it's just lots of recyclable information.
I saw. Okay, interesting.
And we don't have like much on our website, we just have links to the counties.
That's what I noticed in the agreement, that it's referring specifically to the Tri-County Recycling Guide and the ABCs of recycling, right? But when we go to our website, we keep it pretty simple.
Yeah,
And then we just link it to Brown County.
yep.
And there's no requirement, I know that they're encouraging it in this agreement, but there's no requirement for us to be utilizing or getting an application of some sort of subscription for the Better Bin or the Waste Wizard material.
Nope, no requirements that we have to do any of that. It's just out there if people wanted to utilize it.
I saw that there's quite a few municipalities in Wisconsin, well, I should rephrase, not quite a few, maybe about a half dozen, Madison being one of them, that are utilizing that smartphone app. But have you heard any buzz about it, or?
Nothing, nobody's
coming
ever
up?
mentioned it,
Okay,
no.
that was all I had.
Okay.
I just have one thing. I'm gonna beat my common drum. So here I am, sitting at this board again, hearing about how a member of our staff has to do reporting for another governmental entity. So, and I hear it all the time. Do we ever get money from the county to pay for the hours that you spend in general? I mean, do we ever get a penny?
From the county, I wouldn't,
Yeah.
For
from the
anything or
county.
for this program?
For any of the mandatory stuff that the county requires us to do for whatever and whatnot.
No.
Okay. It would give me great pleasure someday if as a village, we could identify the number of hours that we spend fulfilling county requirements and state requirements, just so, if for nothing else, we have a better understanding as a village of how much of the time that you spend is actually mandated by other governmental entities. I'll get off my soapbox now. Thank you very much for listening and being
The
there.
question then would be is, are they needed? Because sometimes we do things that may not be needed.
That would
but-
be the
Well-
next question, or do they give us a reward of some sort, right? So what's our return on investment?
Right.
Is basically where you're coming from, not to address you directly, I should be addressing the chair.
No, you're right, though. Return on investment is a huge thing, right?
Always.
So the Brown County has, done, by their own admission, has done a great job of reducing their taxes at the county level.
Yes, sir.
But then if you look at what's come back to, at the village that we have to support, there's a number of things that we have to support that we're no longer, receiving any remuneration for, which is okay. I mean, I want to be a good county citizen and a good county partner, but it would be interesting to know what that number is, right? I mean, there should be, do we, and I guess, that being said, there is also, the county could do the same exercise.
Sure.
What do we do for the village of Suamico that we don't currently charge the village of Suamico for? And I'm guessing if that was the case, we might find that we're on the losing end of that
We may.
financially.
We may, but
We may not want to open that can of worms.
knowing the truth is helpful. And what is it that they do for the village of Swamico that they don't do for other villages and vice versa? Maybe the next question, like, so a portion of our taxes, looking at our little pie chart, it's like 20-some percent, I think, 22% of our property taxes go to the county, okay. And the county plows the county roads, we plow the village roads. The county takes care of the county parks, we take care of the village, I mean, so there's a give and take there, for sure. But I don't know that do we get money from the county? Do they help us at all? I mean, they spent money on Lineville.
I'm not
County
sure,
Road.
trustee Romas, but I would say we're straying far away from the tri-county recycling item on the agenda.
Fair enough. My first question was directly related, though, so I shall cede the rest of my time back to the president.
We were making excellent time on this meeting. We had to extend it to make it worthwhile.
I promised my wife a 10-minute meeting, so,
Okay, well, you're
Oh, it would have been.
50% over. All right, we're moving on. All right, discussion on any future agenda items. I feel like we just had that.
Hold
Are
on.
we-
You gotta
I don't
approve
think
that.
we made a
Oh,
motion.
sorry, we
on
didn't
this
make a
one.
motion.
Yeah.
So I would offer a motion to approve Resolution 25018, authorizing a cooperative agreement with Tri-County Recycling. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a second from trustee Romas. All right, roll call, please.
Trustee Eckert.
Aye.
Trustee McKeefery.
Aye.
Trustee Neto.
Aye.
Trustee Romas.
Aye.
Trustee Stevens.
Aye.
President Van Rossum.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously, 6-0.
Okay, now we're on to discussion on future agenda items that we haven't already discussed. Any? Hearing none, I would look for a motion to adjourn this evening's meeting.
I don't know, we could probably wait a little longer.
I think I heard trustee Stevens make a motion to adjourn the evening's meeting, and I'll second
That
that.
was a second, or there's a second.
There was a second from trustee McKeefery on that. Motion by Stevens to close and second by McKeefery. All right, all those in favor of adjourning this evening's meeting, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed. Our meeting is closed. Thank you. Almost a record.